What's up, Crypto Knights? Derek here with you again, and I've got a big breaking news story to cover with you today, and it's not a very good one, unfortunately. I woke up this morning after sleeping in a little bit late because I was up pretty damn late last night watching the incredible England versus Colombia World Cup match. For anybody watching soccer or football, you know, whatever you call it in your part of the world, the World Cup's been very exciting so far, and there's a lot of excitement in the cryptocurrency space right now as well, and some of it, unfortunately, is not so great. You see, I woke up this morning to a message from Binance on Telegram. I get the Binance announcements channel, as I'm sure you might as well. And this message that you see on your screen came up here, and it said, Binance system maintenance. Fellow Binanceans, Binance will undergo system maintenance, trading withdrawals, and other account functions will be suspended during this period. Another announcement will be made once the maintenance is complete. Please stay tuned for further information. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and thank you for your patience. Thanks for your support. Now, when I saw this, I was kind of a little taken aback, a little confused or concerned about why this message was just sent out, because you'll notice they just went into system maintenance immediately. Typically, Binance announces this stuff in advance. They, let us know when trading will be disabled, when deposits and withdrawals will be disabled, and about how long it's going to take to do the maintenance. Now, of course, when you're going to do any kind of system upgrades or anything like that, it doesn't always move as smoothly as you plan. As someone that's been involved in technology and worked for multiple large internet companies in the past, I know how difficult it can be to roll out system updates to servers and all that other kind of stuff. But this was strange for that reason, right? So then I, of course, started digging around and looking at all my sources, and then I came across some pretty alarming news, which you may have heard about so far already, but you may not have, and I'm just going to try to give you the full picture of what's going on. So basically, Binance appears to have been hacked for 7,000 Bitcoin, which is, about $45 million worth of Bitcoin at the level it's trading right now. And this address that we're looking at here is the address that received 7,019.922 Bitcoin from Binance's hot wallet. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin wallet address that has received these hacked and stolen funds from Binance. And this is, of course, a huge deal, very unfortunate. Binance has been hacked. Their hot wallet has had just over 7,000 Bitcoin withdrawn and sent to this particular address that we're looking at right here. So how did this happen? What exactly is going on with this hack? And, more importantly, do you need to be concerned about your funds? Was there a loss of customer funds, or was this simply Binance's own Bitcoin hot wallet that got hacked and was drained of 7,000 Bitcoin? Now, shortly after this message, the first one here, the system maintenance message, we got two other ones, okay? Just after that, there was a security update, an API key reset, and it says, fellow Binanceans, due to irregular trading on some APIs, Binance will remove all existing API keys as a precautionary security measure. All API users are requested to recreate their API keys. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and thank you for your patience. Thanks for your support, Binance team. Okay, so that when that message came out, it already let me know, or kind of confirmed what a lot of the other information online that I've been finding and that people in the community have been talking about just confirmed, and that is that the API keys for Syscoin specifically appear to have been hacked, and gaining access to those keys allowed for the attackers to mine an astronomical amount of Syscoin all on one block and then sell it, pump and dump the hell out of that coin on Binance over a very short period of time. And I'll tell you more about that in just a second. But I wanted to show you that shortly after that message, the API key creation is now re-enabled. This is the next message that they sent out. So it says, fellow Binanceans, Binance has removed all prior existing API keys and has now re-enabled API key creation. API users may now recreate their API keys from their user account center. Another announcement regarding the reopening of trading will be made once the maintenance is complete. Please stay tuned for further information. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and thank you for your patience. Thanks for your support. So that's the last message as of the time of me making this video that Binance has put out there. But let's look at what happened. And NextWeb here covered this already, and this is just a crazy story. You know, there's always something crazy happening in the cryptocurrency space, and this is why we can't have nice things, right? You know that saying, you know, this is why we can't have nice things. This is it. Okay, the markets start recovering, and it's like clockwork every single time. Something catastrophic or, you know, way out of the ordinary happens, and a lot of times it's a hack. Or, you know, of course, last year with all the China FUD, it was China banning and unbanning and banning and unbanning cryptocurrency left and right over a period of a couple weeks back in August and September of 2017 that really beat the market up then. But right now, we've got a pretty serious situation, and this is actually kind of an unbelievable story. If you read the headline here, a single Syscoin worth a few cents traded for $6.23 million on Binance. So one Syscoin traded for 98 Bitcoin. And so basically what happened is through use of the API keys and because of low hashing power on the Syscoin blockchain, on the Syscoin network itself, Syscoin's blockchain explorer shows that more than 1 billion of its coins were mined in a single block. This is peculiar because the cryptocurrency's total possible supply is 888 million. So that's obviously significantly less than were mined on one single block. Okay, and you have the Syscoin tweet here from their Twitter confirming that the blockchain was compromised. It says here, we are investigating a possible issue on the Syscoin blockchain. Nothing is confirmed, but we have asked for exchanges to halt trading while we investigate. Now, you know, this vulnerability is pretty crazy because it allowed for more Syscoin to be mined on one block than could ever conceivably exist in the entire circulating supply of the cryptocurrency. And basically what they did is they mined a whole bunch of this Syscoin, and then they went absolutely nuts trading it on Binance. Okay, so one Syscoin, so a value of about 45 cents, was bought for 96 Bitcoin on Binance, $6.23 million. Okay, it's absolutely nuts, and you'll see that Syscoin's price has surged about 85% over the last 24 hours due to this manipulation, this wash trading that happened through the hack. So long story short, to not overcomplicate it, basically what happened is they compromised the API keys on Binance for Syscoin, then they mined a ridiculous amount of Syscoin, and then they were buying and selling it you know, between Syscoin and Bitcoin and just pumping the price like crazy until they were able to get enough Bitcoin to get up to what looks like over 7,000 Bitcoin, which has been withdrawn. Now, this Bitcoin was withdrawn from the Binance hot wallet right before everything was shut down, and we got this system maintenance message coming out from the Binance team. Here's another article that's talking about it here that has some interesting parts that I wanted to mention. Specifically here, it says this crypto briefing tweet here says that 7K Bitcoin over 7 separate transactions just withdrawn from Binance in a previously unknown wallet. Shortly thereafter, system placed under maintenance. And that's, of course, where we were when I woke up and just kind of figuring out. This is the tweet I wanted to show you, though. It says, basically, what's going on tonight? Syscoin high of 96 Bitcoin per Syscoin. Wait, it gets better. Daily volatility of 337,433,995%. And there's a screenshot here that this article shows that 13,152 SYS coins were sold at 1.1 Bitcoin per SYS, while 11 were sold for 96 Bitcoin per SYS. And of course, this process right here that you're looking at is how they were able to escape with so much Bitcoin from this actually quite brilliant attack. And that's just one of the unfortunate things, is that there are a lot of really intelligent people that are hacking and doing these kind of things, because there's obviously just so much potential for incredible financial benefit. And the more nefarious people out there that have these skills are going to continue to take advantage of any kind of weaknesses they can find in this growing ecosystem. So Binance has lost $45 million. Again, we're still waiting for final confirmation or some sort of statement from Binance. If you think they're being cagey or not sharing enough information, I don't buy that. Binance is very quick to let people know what's going on. They respond very quickly, and it looks like they're handling the situation very quickly. But this is obviously a big PR disaster for them, and it's also something they need to handle delicately. So, they're going to take their time to get all of the facts and, piece together all of the information they have so that they can give a solid and confident statement about what happened. So more importantly than that, I want to talk about what you need to know. And, are you safe in this hack? And, where do you go from here? So first off, I logged into my own Binance account and checked my funds. All my funds are still there. Everything's fine. I have not heard of any users' funds being stolen. It looks like this was simply an exploit for the SYS coin Binance API key, and it caused this madness to happen. So some people may have been affected. Obviously, some people were affected, probably buying Syscoin during this crazy pump and dump that they ran. So some people may have gotten burned trading Syscoin. But if you weren't involved with this particular incident, then all of your funds are safe. Okay, there were no individual Binance accounts broken into, as far as we know thus far. If anything changes, we'll update you, and I'll make sure to let everybody know. But it looks like a pretty clear case of an API key being exploited. Now, what is an API key? If you don't know what it is a basically a bit of code that allows for a third-party platform or user to access Binance's exchange for trading purposes. So API keys are what you would use if you're going to trade using a bot, for example, or with Coinigy or TradingView, some of these other applications that allow you to trade from within your charting interface. Those all use API keys. So most people don't use API keys, but if you're a developer and you're building an app, or you want to use some sort of bot or whatever to access Binance's exchange, then you'd be using an API key. Okay, so for you, what you need to know is we're going to get updates. Your Binance account, you can still log in right now and check your funds, check your balances, make sure everything's okay. But as far as I've seen thus far, there is no individual accounts that have been hacked. Nobody has lost any of their crypto. So that is great news, of course. Now, of course, this is also a reminder, as always, that you don't want to be storing your cryptocurrency on exchanges long term. This is something I talk about all the time. We always, really hammer home this point. Cryptocurrency exchanges are great for trading, and there is this unfortunate kind of trade-off right now where we do obviously need to have our cryptocurrency on exchanges if we're actively trading. But if you're not using, a certain amount of your portfolio for trading, then everything that's not being actively traded should be somewhere else, okay? Preferably a hardware wallet and, you know, using the best security methods that are available. So personally, I have a lot of trust and a lot of faith in Binance. I think that they are a shining example of how to do customer support, how to respond to, you know, bad situations that come up. Of course, they were hacked previously before, and they made right with all their customers. They returned funds and everything was great. And I don't expect this time to be any different. Binance, of course, is making a ridiculous amount of money on fees, trading fees, and they made $145 million profit in a quarter, last quarter. So, I mean, they're sitting pretty well, and these kind of things are insured. You know, these exchanges are insured against situations that happen like this. So if they do lose $45 million, which it appears that they have, you know, their insurance can help with that, and there are all kinds of ways for them to make that right. But the best thing is it doesn't appear like any individual customer's funds were stolen, and that is the key thing that I want you to know. So just stay aware of what's going on. Look for the updates. I'm sure that we'll hear more. The unfortunate thing about this is I am expecting this to bring the market down. You know, we had a nice little pump over the next couple of days, and you can see we're trending downwards right now. But I don't think the impact of this has actually hit yet, as there isn't any official, you know, big news coming out from like any of the bigger news outlets, whether that's Bloomberg or, you know, CNBC or some of the other big outlets that cover crypto. Once this story breaks, I expect some people to panic. Once Binance re-enables trading and deposits and withdrawals, I expect some people to panic as well. So this will probably set us back a little bit and bring the market down a little bit with it. But overall, I don't think it's a huge deal. It could have been much, much worse, and I think that we are sitting in a pretty good place moving forward. No confidence or faith lost in Binance on my part. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Binance is handling this correctly? You know, do you think that there's ever going to be any way to completely stop hackers from getting to these hot wallets on exchanges? You know, what do you think is the solution to this? And as always, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and definitely click on that notifications bell so you can get updated and be alerted whenever we drop a new video on this channel. And do me a favor and share this video with your friends as well, especially if you know anybody that trades on Binance and may be concerned about the news that is coming out today. So with that, I will talk to you again very, very soon, and peace.